Welcome back to ABC Racing, and today I decided to try and set another world record in Automobilista 2. I haven't been playing this since the last world record I set, so I was unsure whether I would be able to or not. I like Formula 1, so I decided that I would look at the Formula 1 cars, and I like the challenge of an old Formula 1 car. They're not as easy to drive, they take a little bit more skill. So I saw the Formula Retro, and I went for Formula Retro Gen 1. I picked Adelaide again. I used to play it a lot on Formula 1 on the PlayStation 1. I couldn't remember the track that well when I first picked it back up, but obviously having done the last world record, I could remember the track well, and I thought, let's give it a go. Let's get into the Hotlap. On the Hotlap, I'll talk you through what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, what I'm trying to achieve, and then I'll also go through the setup at the end as well. As always, I'm going to start the lap on the last corner because it's important to get a good exit out of here for the straight and the start of our lap. At the start of the hot lap, the car will want to understeer, so try and manage that as much as possible. Brake in at the 100-meter brake marker board, keep it in 5th, clip the inside apex of all 3 corners. We'll just do a quick replay on that so you can see it a bit more in detail. So looking at this in slow motion, we're braking 100 meters, we're trying not to lock up. Once the car slows down, we can start a rotation. We're using quite a lot of the curb for the first corner. We use a little bit of the curb for the second corner. And we're using just a touch on the third corner. The extra speed we carry through them will help us drift out wide on the exit. We did have a touch of oversteer as we come out of that corner. Probably a little bit too much curb. Braking as we go underneath the advertising board, going down into second for this right hand corner. Be gentle with the accelerator as you exit this corner, otherwise you'll lose a lot of time. Just a touch of the brake at the 50-meter brake marker board. This next right hander you can use the inside curb, braking around 50 meters. Slightly missed the apex there, so lost a little bit of time. The brakes again around 50 meters, but it's really important to get good rotation through that corner. You don't want to be using the exit curb because you'll be carrying that speed all the way down the straight. You need to feather the throttle through the little kink to the right. It's only a slight lift you need, but it's enough to stop the understeer and then the oversteer on the exit. Braking heavily now, 150 brake marker board. Down into second, we need to make sure we don't get it back on the accelerator too early. We need to get the rotation through the hairpin. Accelerating out into third, use all of the track width and then cut the inside curve with the next corner. I missed the apex there, so I have to come off the accelerator to make sure I don't hit the wall on the outside. 2 corners left now, we just need to feather the throttle through the first right hander, and then we're going to be braking heavily for the second right hander. Down into second, kiss the apex on the entry, let the car drift out wide, hard on the accelerator up through the gears, and then sit across the line, another world record. Really enjoyed this track and car combination. It's a good challenge and it's really rewarding to drive. You know when you've done a good lap. So easy to make a mistake, just whether that's oversteering or over accelerating. So when you get a good lap, you feel good about it. Here's the raw footage of the hot lap without the commentary and the audio up full for you. Enjoy. So what's the setup? Tyre pressures I've got on 1.3 bar all round. The brake pressure is at 90%. The brake bias is 58 to 42. The front duct and rear duct are set to 0%. The front downforce is 3 and the rear is set to 7. I put 3 litres of fuel in there, but I think it counts as 5 litres. So suspension in the front, caster is set to 5, camber minus 2.5, the ride height is 50mm, spring rate of 6, bump stop of 10mm, slow bump 4, slow rebound 4, the rears, the camber is minus 1.5, the ride height is 80, the spring rate is 7, the bump stop is 10mm, the slow bump is 4, the slow rebound is 3. The front centre, the steering lock is 20 degrees, the towing angle is minus 0.6, the anti-roll bar is 3, the slow bump is 1, the rear centre, the tow angle is 0 degrees, and the anti-roll bar is 5. Drivetrain, fuel's on there again, which as I said earlier I put 3 litres. Radiator opening, I had it on 80. But I should have closed that to 0% because there's no engine damage on time trial mode. Fuel map is set to 1. Final drive is 5.33. First gear was 2.133. Second gear was 1.588. Third gear was 1.278. Fourth gear was 1.077. Fifth gear was 0.920. The rear differential, the clutch, LSD was on, preload was 45 Newton meters, clutches was 4, power ramp was 35 degrees, and coast ramp 50 degrees. Thanks for watching. I do genuinely mean thanks for watching as well, as I've only been putting out regular content since about January. It does really mean a lot to me. Thank you to the new subscribers I've had. I've had about 6 in the last week, which is fantastic. If you've been enjoying my videos, please subscribe as well. And don't forget to like and leave comments on my videos.